Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. If this video has found you, there's a message here for you, but please take what resonates and leave the rest. So this message is called, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. This is a phrase I heard from Brian Tracy years ago when I was really immersing myself in his work. So yeah, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. You know, I've been a yoga teacher for almost 25 years now, and I still take classes from other yoga instructors. I'm still trying to expand my practice to get better because that's why it's called practice, right? And I wanted to kind of circle back to the video that I posted yesterday where I said, you know, changing your life is hard. It is hard. There's three things that I want you to know about change right off the bat. First of all, it's hard work, okay? You have to be committed to change your life for the long haul. Just settle that in your mind right now that if you are going to make major changes in your life, you are going to have some obstacles and challenges. This is not to discourage you from trying to change your life, but just to make you aware of that, right? That it's not going to be easy. So if you can settle that in your mind and your spirit and continue to focus on changing your life anyway, that'll be beneficial for you, right? The second thing to know about change is that it's an inside job. The inner creates the outer, always, always. There's no exception to that rule. You can change everything around you, your home, your appearance, your social circle, everything. But if you are not willing to do the internal work, none of those outward changes are going to be permanent, and they're not going to satisfy you because you're not an energetic match to it. On some level, you're going to sabotage yourself because you don't feel like you deserve it. You don't feel like you're aligned with these things. You're just, making things look a certain way, but that's not who you really are. The third thing to remember about change is that it needs to be a holistic approach. When you change one area of your life, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, all other areas of your life are going to change. And I feel like this is what really scares people, okay? You know, like I said, I've been in the fitness industry for a long time. Even when I was teaching yoga, I was a personal trainer for 20 years. And I have seen it where somebody will, lose a significant amount of weight or change their body composition. And then all of a sudden they've got to cut off all their friends. All of a sudden they've got to get a new job, or they get a divorce, or something else in their life changes that's not related, technically not related to their fitness journey. But that's just what it is. When you change one thing about yourself, in one of these major areas of your life, everything else is going to change. And so, having said that, it's best that you approach it holistically. Don't try to just change one area of your life, right? Maybe that's where you start because that's the easiest place. Louise Hay tells the story about, changing your life. Imagine that your life is a house and the changes that you need to make are cleaning this house, right? Cleaning out old patterns, thoughts, old ways of doing and being. But it's a big house, right? In order for you to feel accomplished, to feel like you are making progress, it's best to start with the smallest and easiest room. Clean that up. Finish that. That'll get you the motivation to continue with the larger rooms. So for some of you, the smaller room is starting to work out, getting physically fit, getting healthy. For some of you, it's easier to start with the mental area of your life. For some of you, it's easier to start with the emotional area, right? Going into counseling, reading self-help books, whatever quote unquote room you want to start in, it should be the, easiest path, the easiest room, because that's going to give you the momentum to keep going. All right. And also know with change comes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of conclusions, a lot of relationship conclusions, because when you change your thinking, when you change your vibration, the people around you that are not on that level are not going to be able to be in your energy. Those relationships are not going to be sustainable because they're not a vibrational match. And that's just universal principle. So that's something that you also need to be prepared for when you are making major changes in your life. Not everybody can come with you on that narrow path of change. And you need to be okay with that. Yes, it can hurt. Yes, it will, be lonely sometimes. You'll be sad. You'll miss people. But if your goal is to change your life, then these are the sacrifices that you're going to have to make if you want the change to be sustainable, right? And when it comes to change, know that self-improvement, changing, getting better is a lifetime endeavor, because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, right? There really is no stagnancy in life. We are all going to evolve, every single one of us, but we can choose to evolve very, very, very slowly. Or we can make a conscious choice to evolve at a faster rate by taking personal responsibility for our lives and being willing to change. Just being willing. You don't have to know how to change. All you have to do is be willing, and the universe will show you the hows. Okay? So remember to commit to getting better so that you're not getting worse. All right? I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.